Anyway, what I neglected to say earlier, or rather alluded to later, is that we watched the word sound film before the gig, which is quite a nice thing to do. Fuck, what am I talking about? It was a night, yeah. It was cool. We watched they've got like a special little cinema bit there, and basically this is meant to give us a kind of overview of what Skiz and Co have been doing for the past however many years. And I don't mean to be overwhelmingly negative, but I think it doesn't work well as an advert for that. And in particular, if I could just like boil down my my objections to it without kind of like being overwhelmingly negative, I think there's a lot of people who've been associated with word sound or had records put out by word sound that are lesser talents, and by the time we get to Prince Charming, whoever the fuck he is at the end, I understand his programming or whatever seemed quite solid, but the overall picture you got was me and Dave were literally like watching like this, and also the whole philosophy or there's a lot of, I mean, it opens with what is obviously kind of Skiz on holiday in Egypt, looking around pyramids and so on, but has been kind of like edited in a way to suggest that we are tuning into ancient wisdoms or something like that. All of this is just a little bit hard to take. It's not edited particularly well. It has a tendency to stick a camera in the face of people like Sly Dunbar, or there's even a bit of like Lee Perry at a gig. It's just like you know. It's like I made a film about and I don't know, I filmed some, you know, David Bowie or something. Yeah. What it does do, I suppose, in a way, it gave me a little bit more another piece of the puzzle of understanding who Sensational himself was. You wait interminably for him to pop up on this film. Eventually he does. You go, okay, and he doesn't say anything. You know, you see him on the mic, but the rest of the time it's just people speaking to him. Hey Dodge, hey boy, and he obviously kind of like exists in this strange world where he doesn't seem to as a social animal, his kind of trip is one way, and that's other people kind of like, you know, he the whole thing about our little pilgrimage to see this guy, what made it so worthwhile was he entirely lived up to hit our kind of cartoon mental image of the guy, and his world of kind of girls and dope and music seems to be it's not something that he has to invent for his artistic persona. He is perma-stoned, and the only time that he can really engage, it seems, with members of the outside world is when he is trying to facilitate another level of highness, or trying to kind of make some girl, or kind of making spitting on the mic. And in the film, it's funny because like I've seen Crooklyn, which is a much more successful film, I think, where it's kind of a fictional account of some New York hustler starring Sensational, and he's a funny character in the film. And he comes across sort of, I feel like he's kind of like, he's a bit of a cipher, you can't really get inside his head, and he seems kind of nerdy and one-dimensional, and kind of you wonder how he ever, his success as this kind of like hip-hop Lothario, where it comes from, because he seems kind of, he doesn't seem to have the talk, but in this documentary, you see him. There's one point where he's looking at some girl, and this woman is fabulously attractive, and you see her and then I think Skid says to him on the film, "You see something you like there?" And he just looks like, I don't know, he's got a quality about him that you could pick up on this film. That just he's got a kind of sensual soulfulness about him. I don't know if it's just his physical, his face, or just the kind of the sense that you get of the guy. He's got a kind of vulnerability that nonetheless speaks of an inner strength, or a kind of a magical thing. He goes on. He's got one album called Natural Shine, and the song Natural Shine, he's going, "I got that natural shine, I got that natural shine," and you can believe it, having spent a little time with him, which I'm going to get to. Yeah. So, what next?